I'm from South Florida originally, and as you probably know, our reef has declined by 70% in the
Yep.
past couple decades. So, of course, I'm going to go to parts of the world where there's actually reef that's still alive so I can look at it and look at how people are managing these reefs. Just so you know, my background is in environmental policy, so I really want to find good examples of good governance and good environmental policy. And I have to say, the work that your Department of the Environment did in the early days of citing your marine protected areas back in the mid 80s, groundbreaking work, had never been done before, not even in the United States. We followed years later. The multi-stakeholder consultations that they did, asking fishermen, dive boat operators, tourists, leaders, the common people on the ground, what they want to see, and then responding to that, not just taking, science and translating that to, okay, this is protected. We don't care what people say about
Yeah.
it. Stay out of there.
Yeah.
You guys have done groundbreaking work that the rest of the world looks at as a really good example of what you should do with your reefs. And the reason that that's so important to do is because reefs are one of those ecosystems that have huge impacts on people. It's really along 6 different categories of impacts. Erosion, just like you mentioned, which is super important because you have some of the world's best hotels along your beaches. If that erodes away, how much money are those hotels going to lose? A hurricane buffer. Reefs are the most efficient and cheap buffer against hurricanes, replacing the services that they offer to you to buffer storms and big waves from your northwesters. Yeah, you can implement that man-made technology. You can put artificial reefs in there to do that, but it's incredibly expensive, and the reefs are already there and they're free.